Hey there, welcome to this edition of Real or Rumor.
Hello everyone.
I was just chatting with Amy. She didn't have much of a weekend this weekend.
No.
Not too much going on, huh?
No, the weekends since school has started have pretty much been zip.
Yeah, that's a big rumor.
Yeah, well, that's real. I mean, they're between just, sports and parades, and then all the different events that have been happening around Greeley. In particular, it was the weekend of the 12th. And I had no idea. I mean, I knew there was Potato Day, and there was the popular Chocolate event. Of course, we had the Friday Fest kickoff, super big. But there were so many things going on from Fort Collins to Evans to Johnstown to Windsor. I mean, it was just insane.
That was my whole joke here. Like, not much going on in Greeley this weekend.
Yeah. It was a little bit crazy, but fun. Everybody seemed to be out and about and enjoying themselves in Greeley and northern Colorado.
A lot of family fun events too. You know, just from what I saw and what I've heard. I didn't get to do anything this weekend because I had so many other things going on. But I didn't get out to do any chalk art. I didn't get to get out and do really much of anything. But gosh, it was fun. Hearing all about it and all the great stuff you guys did this weekend.
And luckily the Chocolate event, it was a success as far as we know. There's always those official designation by Guinness, but just everyone was so excited to come out and to just take part in it, and you could feel that people were like, okay, we're going to make this happen. We can do this. And it was kind of humorous to me at the end where they ran out of squares. Like, all the squares are filled. However, the squares, in order to qualify with Guinness, they had to be completely filled. And so there were those squares that hadn't quite gotten finished. So they were asking folks to go and help them out and to finish their square. And people they didn't care. They were more than happy to go.
Whatever we got to do, right?
Color in somebody. So, just really that whole sense of community. And I know Potato Day, that was, obviously just celebrating Greeley's heritage and that camaraderie again. So just a really, really great way to kind of wrap up summer, if you will. But it was good.
Really
but busy.
Exhausting. I know I was out of town most of the afternoon on Saturday, but it was fun to check Facebook posts. Because I was dying to know if we made that record. And so when we finally unofficially did, I know it's still.
There's all those.
It was pretty exciting. I got chill bumps, and some of those aerial photos were incredible.
So, the drone.
Good job, because I know you were out there, just had your fingers in a little bit of everything this weekend,
And so it's just,
awesome.
It was great to have everyone, and hopefully you can make it out next year.
Of course,
because we missed you.
I was. Up until 24 hours before, I was all registered. But you know how life is.
I do.
Stuff happens.
So we just did a drawing with the spirit of Cheryl. That's what we did.
It was a minion that looked like a Twinkie.
That's right. The Twinkie. Oh yes, the Twinkie minion. He's awesome. He's awesome. I loved him. He was very, very, very nice. And speaking of events, that actually ties into
this is a really nice tie-in to our topic.
This is because we get asked this, or there's some confusion there. I guess it's not so much asking questions, is just there's kind of this impression. So I'll just ask the rumor, and we'll clarify what's going on.
Try.
Okay, so here's the rumor. The City of Greeley puts on all of the events in Greeley.
When you're a city employee, sometimes it feels like that's the case. And we do hear that from residents a lot, when they're asking us about local event schedules or offering suggestions about things they want to see and wanting to get involved. It does seem like it's the City of Greeley that just takes care of everything. And that's absolutely not true. It's a rumor. Greeley's very fortunate in that we have multiple event venues and locations where can't even talk. Organizations and businesses can just come and, host and put on their events. So what that means is that Greeley is not responsible for all of these events in the community, but we certainly support and sponsor a lot of events out there.
We do, And I think sometimes people just see that logo and they're like, oh, it's a City of Greeley event. It's like, no, we're just a sponsor or a supporter.
We have a lot of employees too who will volunteer their own time, when they're off the clock with the city, and you just kind of see them at at events, and so it's easy to think that.
Sure, and some of those events, I know that you've got examples of those today.
I do. I wanted to throw out some examples of the Agriculture Fest and Feast that is held each September.
Yep.
That's actually organized by the Downtown Development Authority.
Right.
Again, city sponsored, and a lot of city folks there. The public's buying tickets.
Right.
So another good example there. That also applies to the weekly Friday Fest and the annual October Fest.
Yeah.
Again, that's an event that does not charge an admission, but it's sponsored by the Downtown Development Authority.
Yep.
They seek sponsors for the concert series because there's music there.
That's right. I know for Greeley Unexpected, we've helped sponsor a few of those ourselves. So yeah.
The Blues Jam, it's run by a committee actually, and not city government, but certainly Greeley is a government sponsor. That's one of those examples. You'll see employees on their own time out there volunteering.
It's a good event to be involved in.
Yeah, the UNC Greeley Jazz Festival, that one is put on by the university with the help from the city as a sponsor, as well as the support of others who are participating
Yeah,
in
we're
that.
kind of mentioning Greeley as a sponsor, almost like we're the only one, but we're not. We're just one of the many icons at the bottom of the poster.
Lots of logos down there besides the cities.
If all is going well, there's lots of logos. Exactly.
On the flip side of that, the city does run and host lots of events. Arts Picnic is a really good example down at Lincoln Park.
Yep, very popular.
Every year, the Festival of Trees at the Union Colony Civic Center, if you've ever done that, that's always fun.
Been there.
Yeah. The Fishing Derby is a good example, and numerous other small events at the Funplex and our city parks. So interestingly, those are city sponsored, but we also have community sponsors for those as well.
Right. And then we have some bigger, I want to say, venues like the UCCC.
Right.
There's always something going on.
Yeah,
there.
there's always numerous performances there, but only some of those performances are actually booked by the city. Most of those are private organizations that use the center for their shows, either to put them on or to promote that show.
Right.
And that's something interesting I guess I didn't realize until we were getting ready for this segment here. You know, the Civic Center, you just kind of slip into thinking that, those are city secured shows and things.
Right, some of the Broadway, the Broadway ones,
that there's a lot of folks renting and using that facility for their own stuff.
Sure, like even the Greeley Chorale and the Philharmonic, and they use that space. But then I know the schools use them.
They do.
You know, my kiddos, they have concerts there at the UCCC and all kinds of things. So,
another big example is the Nutcracker. That performance of the Nutcracker.
Yeah,
that's put on by the Colorado Dance Theater. They rent the hall for all their shows.
Yeah, see, that's cool. Yeah, I forgot about the dance schools. I mean, obviously they need a stage or performance area. What a great, really, for a little bit of coming from a dance background, it's so exciting that they have that venue to perform in. You know, for me, it was always the middle school gym back in Kansas, and if we had a spotlight, we were ecstatic.
Yeah, no, so, I completely agree. Coming from a small community, but you think about the venue that our local children get to perform on. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah. And another venue, which a lot of folks know about because there's so much going on out there, is Island Grove.
Yep. Yeah. That regional park's pretty amazing. That particular park is actually operated jointly by the City of Greeley and Weld County government.
Right.
They have over 350 events there annually, if you can imagine that. Yeah. A vast majority of these events are not even put on by the city. Again, they're actual users, outside organizations and businesses who rent these buildings, the grounds, the arena. There's so much out there that you can use, the pavilion.
Sure.
So the Greeley Stampede is a really good example of that.
Yeah, that one's always a confusing one for people.
Right.
They immediately say, oh, it's City of Greeley. It's like, no, actually it's not. They're their own thing. They're their own thing. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And then we all know about the nationally ranked dog shows that happen out at the park, and multiple throughout the year, not just one time a year.
Right.
So.
It's as though you go out and there's a different breed each time. It's like, oh, there's that breed and there's this.
Yes.
And yeah. It's pretty amazing.
It
is set up well, and I know just one little tidbit, the dog owners appreciate that.
Yes.
It's nice and shady, and there's grass, and so that's a great venue.
No,
and last but not least, we have the one I know you love most, the Greeley Ice House.
told
it's
her
an
about,
inside joke.
Yeah, can't repeat it. Not on camera.
Something to do with falling down, a blade, a backside.
No, not going there again.
Anyway, so ice house.
Yeah, that is another interesting example of how the city provides a facility to the community, and then others book that venue for entertainment and parties, private parties, that sort of stuff. Different shows there at the example.
Well, and the University of Northern Colorado uses that.
Yep, that's the example I was going to share. The ice hockey team rents it for their games.
It's their home ice.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked when I found that out for the first time, and we actually went and watched.
Yeah,
it's pretty fun.
Yeah,
so it's pretty cool that they've got a place to
that they don't have to travel. I know there's a lot of teams that do have to do that. They have to travel out of town or drive a few miles just to get on the ice, and so it's a great asset for the UNC hockey players for them to be able to do that.
It certainly is. In terms of other things, like in the parks and fun runs, the turkey trot in November.
Right, very popular event.
We could just go on and on about all these, different things that are going on kind of everywhere, and in the city on city facilities. But just wanted to summarize, you can see that City Greeley government is not responsible for all events. Although it seems like it sometimes.
It seems like
but the city
it feels like it sometimes.
I know. After the weekend you had, right?
Yes, yeah.
But the city absolutely supports everything and anything that's going on out there. If you want to find out more about what's going on, there's some resources that you can access. Feel free to go to ucstars.com, greeleyunexpected.com, Greeley Downtown. Need we say more?
I know.
greeleydowntown.com, and then of course just greeleygov.com. There's all sorts of links to lots of stuff that's going on in the community.
Events and you name it.
The other thing too I want to mention is that these organizations have newsletters and are taking advantage of social media opportunities just to help us stay connected with what's happening in Greeley. Great example of that was just recently with the Chocolat. I mentioned I had to be out of town and was curious to know about that Guinness record we were trying to set.
That's right.
So it was kind of fun to watch, to stay in touch. I think I was just checking greeleygov.com. Or maybe it was
It's probably
greeleyunexpected.com.
Yeah, go there.
And you guys were doing a good job of getting stuff posted and keeping us informed of how we were doing with that record. So good resources out there.
Good. Well, I'm glad that we kind of kept you in the loop, even if it was just a little bit. And you were probably much cooler than those who are out in the parking lot.
Yeah, I was indoors. It was a really nice day for you guys, though.
It was a great time. So super. Well, thank you for clarifying that. Like I said, that's definitely one of those that we get a lot of questions. There's some confusion there and a few assumptions, but hopefully that helped out just a little bit.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right. Well, for future Real or Rumor episodes or even past ones, be sure to check us out here again on GTV8. And mentioning that social media, you can also catch us on YouTube. And until next time, I'm Amy Freeland.
I'm Cheryl Aragon.
We'll see you then.